real quick. I keep fucking seeing this. Transgender is not a thing because transgender is a verb. No, sorry, transgender is an adjective. You can't conjugate it like a verb. I did not transgender to the grocery store today. For so long, no one seemed to care. I was trying to see, yeah, but nobody dared to rescue me. I was way out in the treetops, no one seemed to care.
Whenever the music starts, I'm gonna Hello there, and welcome back to another episode of Song of the Month Club. Thank you. As you can hear at home, we are live here at the Painted Mug Cafe for the first time ever. We are so excited to be in front of a live audience. My name is Jeremy Adam. I'm going to be your host for today. Welcome once again to Song of the Month Club. Here at Song of the Month Club, we try very hard to challenge local singer-songwriters here. We bring them onto our show every month. We have a couple of new guests, and every month we give them a challenge specifically catered for this show, which they respond to. And once they respond to the challenge, they get a month. They come on our show and they present whatever it is that they've come up with. So you are about to see 3 performances from 3 very special guests, 3 beautiful people that are going to come on the show and perform this song, their new song, live for you for the first time ever. So I'm not going to waste any more time explaining this show. I think it's pretty self-explanatory. I'm going to get my guests on out here. I'm so excited to be live and in person for the first time and not have a computer in front of me for this show. So, without further ado, I'm going to bring out my first guest, A Day Without Love. Make some noise out there. Please take a seat on my couch over here. I'm going to go ahead and give you this.
Yeah, sure. How's it going, everybody?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Doing well. Can't complain.
Yeah. This is actually our first time meeting, so I'm very excited to have you on the show because it's a rare opportunity that I get that I don't bring a person on here that I was already friends with.
Oh, gotcha.
So it's nice to get to know a new face and get to network a little bit. So how about you tell us just where you're from?
Yeah, certainly. I was born and raised in Philadelphia in Germantown Hospital. Raised in like the Northwest Philly area, Mount Airy. Currently live in Beary Town. I'm a traveling artist. My last gig was in New Haven, Connecticut. And yeah, I have a new album coming out pretty soon. I'm going to be doing mostly a full US tour with that. So yeah.
Wow, that's incredible.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
And we'll absolutely talk more about that as the show goes on.
Thank you.
I'm very excited to hear your song today.
Thank you.
And we have another special guest with us as well. We're going to bring out the incredible CJ Higgins. Make some noise out there. It's so nice to have you here.
So nice to meet you for the first time.
Oh,
We're
yes.
networking too.
Yes, we've never met before. That's right.
No,
That's
never.
right.
Yeah.
This is a first time for both of us.
Yes.
Oh, that's a little hot, that mic, isn't it?
It is, kind of. Yeah.
You have really good mic control there.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank
nice
you.
technique
Yes.
with holding the microphone.
Yes,
You can bring it a little
absolutely.
closer now. I think we backed
How
off
about
a little.
that?
Oh, that's good.
Okay, cool. This is a nice little intimate
It's
sound.
almost like you have a podcast or something. Is that?
Oh, what? Is that right?
Do you have a podcast?
I do.
What is that called?
It's called My Gay Agenda.
You're gay?
What? I am, as you can clearly tell, I am cisgender and heterosexual.
I feel like you just came out on my show.
I did that once. I came out during a show by mistake. It was back in 2018. The Birds were doing like a pride show at Fit, and I made what I thought was a joke, being like, and to introduce myself, I'm like, I've been out as bisexual since 2009, and out as non-binary since I guess about now. And I thought people were gonna be like, ha ha ha, that's so funny. And then everybody screamed for 2 minutes straight. And I didn't realize I had come out in that moment by mistake. So
It was at that moment that I realized I was the villain.
Yeah. Am I the bad guy? I don't think I'm the bad guy. Am I the villain?
Definitely not. But I'm so excited to have you on the show today.
I'm so excited to be on the show.
You are an icon of your own right, as the people say. We're not going to talk about your TikTok just yet, but we definitely will bring that up at some point.
Sure.
And I would like to bring out our third guest.
Sure.
We have the incredible Nick Lombardo from the Decent OK. Welcome. And I heard you also have a guest with you as well that you are surprising us with.
Oh yeah, I found this guy on the street. So
Okay.
I'm gonna bring him out here.
You know what? I'm gonna okay that. I'm
You
gonna
do
okay that.
You
Yeah.
can do that, right?
Yeah. What's his name?
I don't know.
Oh, we don't know his name. I'm gonna make up a name. How
Should
about
we-
that?
Yeah, should we do that?
James.
James, where's James?
Does that work?
That works, yeah.
All right, James. We're gonna bring out James. Everybody, make some noise. And he carries his own chair. This is the best. We love when a performer is a stagehand also. You know, that's true efficiency all at once. James, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Thanks for being here today. All right, my friends, I'm so excited. Yes, James, would you like? No, well, Nick, you guys can talk together. Did you guys talk at the same time? You do everything in tandem? Are you twins?
Can't you tell?
I cannot tell. No, you're gonna have to spell it out for me.
Right. Well, thanks a lot for having us. It's great to be here.
Oh my God, it's so good to have you guys. Where you guys from? You from Philly?
I am originally from Ohio myself. Nick here. I'm from Pittsburgh actually, but I moved to Philly like 10 years ago.
Very cool, very cool.
And I live right in South Philly,
So very close to here.
Yeah.
Awesome. So first things first, we're going to talk about the prompt, right? Because the main part of this show, for those of you watching at home, for those of us in our live audience here, is that we challenge our songwriters to write a brand new song. Every month we come up with a brand new prompt. This month's prompt was to tell a story that everybody knows, but tell it from the other side. So the idea of these prompts is that they can be as broad or as specific as you interpret them to be, which is why we kind of keep them general and vague a little bit so that you can come up with whatever it is that you think, whether that's how you interpret what a story is, how you interpret the word everybody, how you interpret the other side, right? So now, what I find exciting about this is that each of you are going to come to the table with something completely different. So right now, I would love to get each of your thoughts. Nick, since you're holding the mic, the two of you, I know that you wrote the song together, so I'd love to get your just initial, what was your first thought when you heard the prompt?
My initial thought was, wow, this is really difficult, and now I'm a teacher, so I'm like, man, I give hard assignments to my students all the time, so I think it was a little bit of medicine for me. So I think the hardest part was just picking the topic.
Yeah, I think it took us longer to pick the topic than it did to write the song, actually.
So once we had like a really good topic, we're like, all right, great, we're excited now. So yeah, pass it on down.
Yeah, CJ, same question.
Sure. Well, I tend to be a literal human being sometimes. So my first thought with the prompt was, I was like, there is not an extant story that literally everybody knows. Like the idea of everybody knowing one story just kind of like assumes a lack of culture, a lack of like just everything. So I went more in the avenue of like I sort of like made up a story that everybody knows, but more explored like what it means for everybody to know a story, like what circumstance would lead to that.
I like that.
I was very confused. I even had to call you. Because I was
We
just
had a
like,
good talk about it.
yeah, because I was just like, well, I'm a storyteller, but I'm not popular. So like what? Like, what do you mean story? Like, I've got a lot of them. So I was very confused. But then after getting some clarity, I looked at a lot of characters and stories that I enjoyed, and I took a perspective of a very famous like plot twist, and I switched it around. And I think you guys are gonna dig it.
I'm excited. I have to admit,
Real quick,
Yes.
we're getting feedback from the audience in the digital stream that you need to like be up in the mic because it
We
keeps
Like this?
Yeah,
Oh,
it
no,
cuts
closer.
out
Cool.
otherwise.
yes, don't be afraid to hear yourself.
Okay.
All right, thank you, audience. Thank you, our lovely audience at home. We appreciate you watching. If you like what you're seeing, you can tip us at the Jeremy Adam on Venmo. We split all the tips between our performers at the end of the show. So please tip us as much as you possibly can. I know that we got some rich people out there that are watching, so you can part with it, okay? We're poor artists in here, all right? We need some of your money. Thank you. So anyway, to get back to the prompt, I would like to say I hated this prompt. Okay, and I get to say that because it's my show.
Thank you.
Okay. I just to give a little insight to you all as well as so I didn't. Okay, I have a team that helps me pick the prompts and okays my prompt. They're shaking their heads back there like they didn't know. And we have a large list of prompts that we came up with at the beginning of this show, and we basically just like spin a wheel and pick one. And that way I don't have like much bias when it comes to what the prompt is, and that way I'm also surprised every month when it comes, And I'm not like thinking up these ideas of what could I possibly do for next month, you know? Like I get the prompt at the same time that you guys do, and I get just as much time with it. And I have the same circumstances as you do, where I get to read this prompt and be like, what? What does that mean? Right? And so I agree. I think that picking something that everybody knows was definitely the biggest challenge with this prompt, because there isn't one universal story that everybody knows. Like if you really want to be, like if you want to talk about it that way. But we have a lot of stories where many of us know different versions of the same story, right? Or we have these different versions of the same story that span across various cultures, and you'll hear them in different languages. You'll hear the story of Noah's Ark over and over and over again, or you'll hear the story of Adam and Eve, or you'll hear the story of, you know, Cain and Abel, or something like that. And they're the same story in all these different cultures, slightly different, but we all know that story when it comes down to it. So that was like my interpretation initially.
Noah's Ark from the animal's perspective would have been cool.
I think I said that when we were talking. I was like, what about that? They're all just standing on this ark and they're like, what happened to my kids? You know what I mean? Like,
True.
that'd be weird, right? So I came at it from a completely different perspective. I thought, what about taking some abstract object or taking some inanimate object that's like the story of that object and then telling it from that thing's perspective, which I will get into that later when I perform for all of you. And speaking of performances, I think we should get to them.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Yeah, are you ready?
I totally am.
All right, we got A Day Without Love coming up to perform their brand new original song for you. Can we make some noise?
Jeremy, you use your mic for the performance because your better.
Yeah.
I said maybe we use Jeremy's mic. Yeah.
This song is entitled Leia's Challenge. You know what Leia's from. Here I am, in a galaxy so far in the Death Star. How did I get here? Seems that they took me, but I don't wanna be here. I wanna be here. I wanna be here. Obi-Wan Kenobi, he's the one that knows me, but Luke is my only hope. Obi-Wan Kenobi, he's the one that knows me, but Luke is my only hope. Darth Vader, who is that man? Can't stand the way he breathes. It's like he thinks he's my father or something. Wait, I did want several cracks, plot twists. Those Jedi, they will come and save me. I know that Luke is not the only one. Obi-Wan Kenobi, he's the one that knows me, and Luke is my only hope. Obi-Wan Kenobi, he's the one that knows me, and Luke is my only hope. Han Solo, a future little falcon. What? I haven't met him, but I know you now. No, Luke really feels like my brother. What? Obi-Wan Kenobi. He's the one that knows me, while Luke is my only hope. Obi-Wan Kenobi. He's the one that knows me, but Luke is my only hope. No more Imperials, no more Imperials, no more Imperials, no more Imperials.
Amazing, amazing, amazing. A Day Without Love. Make some noise. I'm gonna give this to you.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I'm gonna take this. I'll let you take a seat back down on our couch over there. That was amazing.
Thank you.
Now, how did you come up with that original story?
So I was kind of like trying to write it from the perspective of like, what did Leia do between that, like, Obi-Wan Kenobi, you're my only hope, and being saved? Because like, yeah, they gave her the truth serum that looked like a giant heroin needle, but like, what was she doing in between? Like, we don't know, you know. And clearly she had a concept of the Jedi, because we also know that like she got separated from Luke, but she doesn't know she had a brother, so that was kind of like a satire line. And then like she also doesn't know that Darth Vader's actually her dad, and her dad really kidnapped her. But does Darth Vader even know that, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he doesn't.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of layers. There's a lot of layers
there.
Yeah.
So like, originally, trivial fact, I was gonna write about Hermione and her concept with mudbloods. I was like, well, what if Hermione was like, you know, an activist for mudbloods? And then like, you know, my partner was just like, you're not Harry Potter enough to do this. So I said, like, she didn't say those words exactly, but I just was like, all right, I'm not about to get trolled by Harry Potter stans. So I thought, you know, this one works.
She was like, you're not Harry Potter enough, but you are
Star Wars enough. That's basically what it was. Because I sang it this morning, and she's like, that's good, I get it. So
it was great. The comedic timing was everything. The pauses and like introspect moments, those were great. And like very much, I feel like this is the theme song to the sequel of Spaceballs.
Oh yeah, that's a throwback. I remember that.
Because it's like now that Disney, somebody said that I'm not gonna take credit for this. I saw it online, but like now that Disney owns Marvel, or not, I mean Lucasfilm, they can redo Spaceballs.
Really?
Right?
I mean, I guess. I don't know.
That's Mel Brooks, though. I don't know. We'd have to talk to him, right?
That's true. I feel like he'd be down. I feel
Well,
like he'd be
wasn't
definitely
Fox?
Is it everything?
Disney owns Fox.
Disney owns Fox now too. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, that's true. Disney is becoming the Jeff Bezos of media. Wait, I'm just kidding.
Ooh. Anyway, moving on. No, I loved the chant of "No More Imperials." That was great. That was great. And the like, your music has a like campfire-y vibe to it already, but then you come in with these like punk vocals on top of that very like acoustic line, which I like, and it gives everything that like fun sing-songy feeling to it, even though it's like, oh no, she's in prison.
Yeah. That's the whole,
like she's in prison for the whole song.
Yeah.
And it's like, maybe she would just be sitting there in her prison bed, like singing this hokey campfire song, waiting for Han Solo to come and save her.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
I respect it.
Thank you.
I appreciate
Thank
it.
you.
That was awesome.
Thank you.
One more time, please make some noise for A Day Without Love. Incredible. We're going to get our next performer up, the amazing CJ Higgins.
How they're doing, guys.
You can leave that on the couch, that mic.
Yeah, I think we made it. Great.
Yeah, we made it.
We made it! Let's go. I may or may not have the lyrics in front of me because I may or may not have gotten tonsil stones last week, so I couldn't really practice.
Hey, tonsil stones, but you're here anyway.
What?
You're here anyway.
I'm here anyway. I made it.
There we go.
Everybody knows I did it. Everybody swears it's plain to see. Everybody knows I did it. Everyone except for me. I was so close, I was so close. I felt it on my fingertips. Just a squeeze, and his dust would have been bit. But someone got there before me. I know it's hard to believe this man had many enemies. I tell you once, I'll tell you 1,000 times I didn't. How many more times until you believe I didn't? 1,000 more, I swear I didn't. Hear me please, I fucking wish I'd done it. Everybody knows you went too far, especially with my best friend. Everyone could see exactly how this tale was gonna end. I was so close as I bolted through his yard. Just to squeeze the instant that he was off guard. It was then I saw the knives, the bastard no longer alive, and the cops had all arrived. I'll tell you once, I'll tell you 1,000 times I didn't. How many more times until you believe I didn't? 1,000 more, I swear I didn't. Hear me please, I fucking wish I'd done it. Everybody swears I did it. I've said it over and over again. Everybody swears I did it. Cause if it's not me, then it's them. All eyes on me means the rest can get away. I take the fall, the bastard's still dead either way. And I at last his final foe, that's how the story goes. The story everybody knows. I'll tell you once, I'll tell you 1,000 times I didn't. How many more times until you believe I didn't? 1,000 more, I swear I didn't. Hear me please, I fucking wish I'd done it. I'll tell you once, I'll tell you 1,000 times I didn't. How many more times until you believe I didn't? 1,000 more, I swear I didn't. Hear me please.
CJ Higgins, make some noise, folks. So, did you do it?
No, that's the whole fucking thing, isn't it?
I don't believe you.
Fair.
I really don't believe you.
That's extremely valid of you.
Okay,
Yeah.
good. That was awesome.
Thank you.
That was
Thank you.
beautiful. Your guitar playing is fantastic.
Thanks. I tried. I've been trying.
I mean, like, I was there when it started, so like, I'm very impressed
That's true, yeah.
to see how you've progressed.
Yeah.
And it's this seemed to me like the response to Bang Bang by Nancy Sinatra.
Okay.
You know?
Earl.
Okay.
Goodbye Earl with the Dixie Chicks.
The Dixie Chicks?
Goodbye Earl. By the
Goodbye Earl. Yeah.
Okay,
Yes.
Well, it's fun. Like, I wrote all the lyrics, and like I was like, I was messing with the music forever and ever, and I was just not getting it. And then at a certain point, I was like, oh my god, I basically just wrote a Decemberist song. So then I just sort of leaned into that.
Perfect. As you should, yes.
It's like,
And
if
like-
they can do Mariner's Revenge, I can do whatever I want, honestly.
So this is based on a true story.
No.
No, okay, all right.
No,
I just
I
have to
made it up.
clarify. I just have to clarify.
No, I made the whole thing up. Yeah.
That's a great answer.
I was like, there's no story that literally everybody knows, so I wasn't trying to like go off of like a common knowledge thing or something. Instead, I made up a scenario in which like probably an entire town hates this fucking guy, and one person did it, but are gonna get like everybody decides on who it is that did it, so that they sort of wind up becoming like a sacrifice of the story to make sure that this person is dead and like who actually did it can like live peacefully or whatever. And like the narrator sort of like winds up buying into it at the end, like, I don't give a fuck, like I'll spend the rest of my days like taking the fall for this one, as long as that guy's fucking dead, I don't give a shit.
It would fit very well with Brothers Karamazov, actually.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
That was what I was thinking.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of different folks going down that path, so yeah.
Yeah, I feel like this song would either fit like perfectly on, you know, like if like when I was at Burning Man, or in a musical.
Yeah.
Where like this is the central plot.
Yeah.
And this song sets up the whole musical.
Yeah.
And it's like, here, we're gonna tell you the whole plot of the whole story, and then you get to watch the story.
Yeah, I very much had Ryan Scott Oliver in mind, the composer, when I was making, you know, I'm a musical theater kid. I'm not gonna escape that at any point. So like, there's definitely, it's primarily musical theater flavors, but I played it on a guitar, so I tricked you all.
Yes, and catchy, very catchy.
Yeah.
We love that. We love that like repetitive chorus.
Yeah, I'm hoping someday it'll
And you had a
elicit
song
like
clapping along.
Yeah,
That
I
was
heard
great.
the clapping. I was very glad that happened organically.
Oh, yeah.
Someday, I'm hoping someday people will be yelling back, I didn't. That'll be a hoot.
I didn't.
I didn't.
I didn't.
Well,
It's
that
fun
was
to say too.
Well, when I was first thinking of the prompt, like I was in my kitchen, and then all of a sudden the phrase "I told you once, I've told you 1,000 times, I didn't" came to my head, and I was like, oh, that's the song. Excellent, good. And then I wrote the rest around it.
Isn't that the best when that happens? Like
Yes.
the line pops into your head, and you're like, done, finally.
Right,
Oh my
like
gosh.
I never had to work.
Why
again.
did it take that long?
Yeah, that's when you get to be lazy as a songwriter. Like, sure, yeah, inspiration struck me. Now I don't have to think about anything
Especially once you like write that refrain hook, and you're like, okay, now if I just structure everything around this,
Yes.
I can come back to this every single time.
Yeah.
And that way I have something to anchor me in this song, and not just be like, well, where's this verse gonna go to?
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
You know?
Yep.
Yeah, I appreciate that. That was awesome. Make some more noise one more time for CJ Higgins. We're going to bring up our third guest up on the stage. We have a surprise second guest over here, the incredible James. And we've got Nick as well. They're from the Decent OK, a local band here in Philly. Please make some noise for our friends coming up.
Thank you.
Do y'all need this mic as well?
Oh, yes,
Thank
thank
you.
you.
Thank you.
Hey, you got it. That was
Hey,
my
just for those folks that are watching at home, a reminder, we are live today from the Painted Mug Cafe. It's our first time ever in person with an in-person audience. We're very excited. But if you are watching from home, please feel free to throw some tips into the Venmo. We would appreciate it. We do split those tips with our performers at the end of the show. And so anything that you can give is much appreciated. As you can tell, we're all starving. We're very hungry, and we want to eat sometime this week. Okay, thanks.
I don't eat a lot. He yells at me all the time.
You look like you don't eat a lot.
Yeah, he's like, Nick, you're really dying. Why are you dying? You need to eat.
You look like a grandmother
Yeah.
would be like, you haven't eaten.
It happens. It happens. Right. James, what's the song called?
This one's called The Eagle is Landed.
The Eagle is Landed. All right, let's do it. Ready?
Absolutely.
knows the name, and I'm alone. Well, the rocket's red glare is rehearsed, and all that glitters just ain't gold. And your footprints kicking up dust, but I'm not sold. Summer of '69, JFK might still be alive, and everyone knows her name, and I'm alone. Alone, I'm alone. Alone, I'm alone. Everyone knows her name, and I'm alone. Something in the studio, better think twice if you think you know. This black hole has never blown my mind. We wrote it like a TV show. These words he said won't let me go. It's one small step, one giant lie to mankind. One small step, one giant lie to mankind. The camera saw you stepping down, but you never really ever left the ground. A fake countdown and a rocket going nowhere. We saw you at TNO. You called Tricky Dick before round of golf, and everybody saw you swing, and I don't care. You planted a flag in a place, put it in a basement or outer space. Everyone knows your name, and I'm alone. So we filmed it in a studio. You better think twice if you think you know. This black hole will never blow my mind. We wrote it like a TV show. These words he said won't let me know. One small step, one giant lie to mankind. History is written by the winners. Losers get nothing to say. Everybody's heard your voice, well I sat behind. Told you at the time, maybe there's nothing left to find. 'Cause one small step was just one giant lie. One small step, one giant lie to mankind. One small step, one giant lie to mankind. One small step, one giant lie to mankind. Alone, I'm alone. Alone, I'm alone. Everyone knows your name, and I'm alone.
Woo!
Thank you.
Make some noise one more time for the decent okay. Yeah!
So many words.
Here you go, this is for you, bro.
Too many words.
You remembered them all.
It is.
Not that I would have known.
Yeah.
You know,
Actually,
I mean,
that was 100% perfect. That was perfect.
That was 100%. It sounded 100% perfect.
One of the nice things about original songs, though, is nobody really knows if you messed the words
Nobody
up.
has any idea. And the best part about this show is this is the most brand new original song any of you have written, which means the words that you just said are the words of the song.
That's it. It's written.
It's set now.
That's it. And the best part about original music and being a songwriter is that you can change the words whenever you want. And performing live is even better because you can change them every single time you go on stage.
Yeah,
we perform all the time, and it's guaranteed I just make up half of it all the time. We're just like, yeah, that was it. That was definitely it.
Whether it's a cover or original, people don't know. They're not, and even if you sang the wrong words, they probably sang the right words, and they didn't hear you sing the wrong
It's
words.
tough because I often don't know either, actually, what part of the song we're going to be playing next. But
Is that a dig?
You sold it though.
James can pretty much follow. James, it's an honor to play next to James.
Well, CJ picked up on that moment that happened the first time and was cracking up behind the two of you.
When y'all were sound checking, I couldn't hear the lyrics.
yeah.
So, it caught me completely off guard, and I was absolutely dying.
Well, it's an honor to share the stage with so many talented people today. So.
Thank you. Likewise. I would like to know a little bit more about the lyrics. Like, where was your inspiration? Like, was this song specifically about the moon landing?
So I'm a history teacher, so we're like, okay, like, cause we were thinking like Jedi stuff too, but then I was like, I don't know much about that, and then like we didn't want to do like a kids song thing.
We wrote some Elmer Fudd lyrics. We did have an Elmer Fudd's blues for a bit, but
yeah, then
we may revisit.
Maybe next time. Maybe next time we'll do it.
Hey, that's what's great about this show is if you start and scrap an idea, at least you have that idea.
Saved it. So we just like went with moon landing because we were like, man, like what if we wrote it from the perspective of Michael Collins who just never got out of the ship? And then he created this whole fake story, like, we filmed it anyway, so it didn't even happen. So it was kind of awesome.
Yeah, to me, it's actually, I felt like we were able to, it took us a long time to settle on this as a topic, but I felt like it really did help to dig into the prompt, and kind of what CJ was talking about earlier as far as, like, there really isn't something as a universal story, and so something like this where it is a narrative that we're all familiar with, but looking at it at this perspective of, well, what if this was completely filmed in a studio? It's one of those things where we can kind of call into question all of these narratives that we, live our whole lives hearing over and over again, and think about what are they really based on, and what, that all of these things are constructed to some degree, you know what I mean? So
absolutely. You said it in the lyric, history is written by the winners, which was a line that popped into my head immediately upon hearing this prompt, because that's like, when you're thinking of two sides to a story, that's almost always what we're thinking of when we're thinking of any historical event, is who is the person that wrote it. We're getting that perspective of it. Who's the person that told this story? Who's the person whose version of this story actually got through and became oral history and became a part of pop culture at large, right? Like, we're talking about the person who won. We're talking about the person who benefited from whatever the story is. And so it's always framed in that light. So thinking of it in that perspective of, we're going to write it from the side of the losers, which, like, us as queer folk have been the losers for a really long time, So there's a story in itself. Being queer, that's a story, right? Like, it doesn't have to be something that's concrete, something that's finite, where you're saying, this is a narrative story, like you said. It can just be a general idea and like, this is a story. It doesn't necessarily have a plot, but it's still a story.
I think, I don't know, it's just something funny to like revisit. Like, we were thinking of even like, what would like the Russian perspective too be? Like with like Sputnik and things like that. We almost went in that direction too, but
a little too topical. A little too topical.
That's a little too topical. So then we're like, all right, let's tone it down. But then, in reality, like the Americans, like, we're the losers because they beat us anyway. So.
Well, I think if anything, though, thinking of, in a broader scale, as far as the moon landing being a microcosm of the Cold War, as we seem to be approaching something that may resemble a new Cold War, I suppose it's a good time to be thinking about the aspects of the initial Cold War that may have been, constructed or manipulated, I suppose. The only one thing I wanted to add as well is just, speaking of the history being written by the winners and, just the things that we take home is that, I do feel like, we all know the names Neil Armstrong, Buzz Aldrin, but I had to look up Collins, who was third on Apollo 11, obviously instrumental to this, all of this happening, but I don't think he's a household name the way some of the others are.
You have to Google it. We just knew the perspective. We had to Google it. I think that's absolutely hilarious.
I think that was like the key to this prompt too. Was that everything is constructed. Everything that we see, everything that we're taking in as far as TV and being on the internet and Facebook and all of these different giant social media monoliths that we have, like they are constructing a version of the story, and that's the version that we know. And it's up to us to go and dig deeper to find out all these different sides and all these different perspectives that come along with every single thing, every piece of information that's coming in front of our faces. And so that was what was great about this prompt, was like, oh my God, there's too many things to choose from, right? Like it was just too broad of a topic.
I appreciate the homework assignment though. Like it did feel good to do some.
So would you guys like to hear my response?
Yes.
I went really broad. My song is called Clouds, and it is literally about what if the clouds are also looking down at us and trying to think of the shapes that we make, and also fall in love with us as humans. So, Beary, if you wouldn't mind hitting that track.
Ready?
I'm ready. Oh! I wasn't ready. Start it over for me.
One more time.
One more time!
You can bring that stick.
I'm gonna need the lyrics too, I just realized. High up in the sky, I watch the world float by, a billion tiny eyes, trying to decide what I look like. And I cry, because the world looks dry, and part of me becomes a part of life. But they shy away, and they hide away. I'll do it my way. When the sun's gone, who's gonna cover you? So please don't pray for me to go away. Come back another day. When the sun's gone, I will cover you. Please don't pray for me to go away. Come back another day. Hey, don't pray for me to go away. Come back another day. Look out down below, the world grows cold, and all my tears froze. But I gotta go whichever way the wind blows, and I will shade you in the summer, bring you flowers in the spring. I could be your everything, but you shy away. No, don't hide away. Let's do it my way. When the sun's gone, who will cover you? Please don't pray for me to go away and come back another day. 'Cause when the sun's gone, I will cover you. Please don't pray for me to go away. Come back another day. Yeah. Don't pray for me to go away. Come back someday. I will be there on your darkest days. I might even make things worse, but I'll be don't wait for me to go away and come back another day. Don't wait, I go away, come back another day. Please don't wait, I go away and I'll come back to you, come back another day. Let's go!
Give it up for Jerry!
Gosh.
What was the songwriting process like for you?
Oh my God. You really want to know? You do already.
That's the
Okay, so guys, I wrote this song yesterday and I produced the track this morning.
I hate you so much. I hate everything about it.
Wow. I think I should leave. I think I should go.
We're gonna fight after the show.
I will say, like, being under pressure helps, right? When you're like, okay, and now I gotta do the thing. Now I'm gonna do it. Okay, so when I sat down, it was also like I had a bunch of other shows this week that I was just like, you know, when you throw your creative energy towards something and you put things off. That's what I did. I procrastinated. And when I sat down yesterday, I had the idea, like I had been thinking of the idea kind of all week. And my initial idea was to write a song about being a baby and like the perspective of a baby and like
The unheard baby perspective.
like
yes.
you're yeah, right? Because it's like, why is that baby crying? We don't know. So I was
I
like,
want to
okay,
hear
what
the
if,
Jeremy Adams song about why a baby is crying.
what if I wrote a song like from the perspective of the crying baby, but it's like hilarious, you know? It's like, because my dad is in the room and his face has a beard on it. Like that, you know, like silly things. And then it was just a little too silly when I sat down to write it. And then like the broadness of that idea of like, let me just take, not necessarily a story, but let me take like this idea, this vision that's in our brain of this like specific object. And so for me, that was clouds, like that just kind of, I've always gravitated towards writing about weather, towards writing about nature, towards writing about the forces that be, the powers that be. And so this idea of like, what if a cloud was looking down on us? And it was like, and they were like, I'm giving you my rain, it's a present, but then like, we're always trying to hide from the rain. Like, that would, like that we could have a friendship with the cloud. I don't know. It translated into the song a lot better than me speaking about it. So the track though, I wrote the song on the electric guitar, which I never do. I usually play acoustic. And then I played the song on the ukulele. And for Jeff, actually, my lovely partner who's in the audience over here. And it's a completely different vibe on the ukulele. It's like it doesn't have that. It's like, yeah, it's very happy. It's very like, look how cute this song is, and like, because the uke gives that vibe to everything, right?
Yes.
And this song is like, it's like you feel the heaviness, you feel the lightness of the clouds, and you feel the heaviness of the cloud, and that's that like journey that you have to go on. The uke cannot handle that. The uke, like your voice can do that, and your performance can do that, but the ukulele is going to mute any type of like roller coaster effect that you want to give to a song, because it just doesn't have that power and that drive to be able to do that. Like you as the performer have to be the one to control that song.
You crushed it. That was beautiful. That was
Oh, yeah.
I hope
The
to hear
vocals
it on
are
your
amazing.
next EP.
Oh my gosh, thanks guys. Wow. I didn't expect this. Anyway, so we're gonna move on from me because we have a second half of our show to get to. We're gonna let everybody perform another song. Would you like that?
Oh, thank God they cheered.
Oh my gosh, I know, but could you imagine?
I mean, we could have just left.
That's true. That's what, we kept them here though.
That's true.
You guys are entertaining.
That sounds pretty fair enough.
All right.
True.
Well, we're gonna bring back up A Day Without Love. Make some noise.
I'm going to sing my song called Show Friends, which is coming out in a few weeks from my upcoming record called A Stranger That You've Met Before. So in the meantime, just give me a follow on social media under A Day Without Love. Sent one message and I found a friend. Looked at my schedule and it was open. Packed my bags and I'm ready to leave. It's time to search for some inner peace. 'Cause everywhere I go I make new friends. Everywhere I go I learn a lesson. Everywhere I go I make new friends. Everywhere I go I learn a lesson. Hung some strangers and hung some lovers. Slept on couches and used some covers. Eat new food and feel new roots. Time to do it again and again. 'Cause everywhere I go I make new friends. Everywhere I go I learn a lesson. Everywhere I go I make new friends. Everywhere I go I learn a lesson. Took some selfies and showed my love. Said my thank yous and gave some hugs. Music needs unity, it needs more diversity. I'm gonna change this world. 'Cause everywhere I go I make new friends. Everywhere I go I learn a lesson. Everywhere I go I make new friends. Everywhere I go I learn a lesson.
Give it up one more time for A Day Without Love. Again, you can find them everywhere on social media. A Day Without Love, no spaces, right?
Yeah.
Instagram, Facebook,
TikTok. the whole nine.
TikTok, wherever else people are finding social media nowadays. And we are going to keep it rolling right along with our next performer, the incredible,
Get my ukulele.
the one and only, the Getting There Ukulele.
I gotta show you the range a ukulele can provide.
I know, I just spent, like a solid 2.5 minutes
2.5
ripping the
minutes on a
ukulele apart.
diatribe about how limited the ukulele can be. Anyway, here comes CJ Higgins, the ukulelist.
Well, my intent with that was to, I was hoping that you would
Set me up for
success.
Yeah.
I was lowering the bar as much as humanly possible,
Yeah.
so that you could raise that bar.
Yeah. Giving me an adversity to overcome. Sure. All right.
You've given yourself that enough.
What does that mean? All right. I can't. Hold on. Here. You can be on book for me just in case. I'm pretty sure I have it. For the folks who expect comedy songs from my ukulele, I apologize because this one is not funny. It's just my feelings. This shouldn't have happened, but it did, and I wear it like an oversized sweater. This shouldn't have happened, but as long as it happened, I need to make it all better. I guess it's the voice of my carpenter father that tells me I need to make something out of this. no matter how small, so it can be worth anything at all. It shouldn't have happened, but it did, and it does as I play it again and again. It shouldn't have happened, and I couldn't fight it, but I can still pick up a pen. I guess it's the voice of my mathematic mother that tells me I need to solve my way out of this. Find the right word for this variable, so I can regain some sense of control. I will make it a song, I will make it a play, I will make it through the rest of today. Call it a blessing or call it abuse, if it lives inside me, I'll put it to use. Make it worthy of attention, make it worthy of applause. If I don't, then it just happened because this shouldn't have happened, but it happened to me, whether or not it should. And nothing I write, nothing I do can make it become something good.
Give it up again for CJ Higgins. That was gorgeous.
Thanks.
Thank you for proving me wrong about the ukulele. I appreciate that. Yes,
It can make you cry sometimes too.
I cried. But just the one, like, crybaby tear,
Yes.
right? Just
yeah,
the one.
yeah, just
Yeah.
the manly one.
The manly tear.
Yes.
Mhm.
Single manly tear.
Yes. Speaking of manly tears, I think we're gonna bring up. I just wrote you a new band name, Manly Tears. You're very welcome. No, I'm kidding. Their real band name is The Decent Okay. Make some noise! And you can look them up also on all forms of social media. The Decent Okay.
At Decent Okay Band.
At Decent Okay Band on Instagram.
And we just released our first record. So.
They just released their first record. Make some noise! Independently?
Yes.
Independently! That means they did it on their own. Yeah, no labels here. We don't like labels here.
No label.
Right, no labels. All right, I'm gonna give the mic over to you guys. Take it away.
I love labels if they want to.
Yeah, if they want to give us
If they
money.
want to give me money.
Yeah, once again, my name's Nick. This is James. Our full band name is Nick Lombardo and The Decent Okay. Even though James is amazing, it's just kind of
Stop happening.
That's the way it goes sometimes.
Alright.
Nick Lombardo and the Decent OK. Make some noise one more time. That was killer, guys. That was awesome. Absolutely beautiful. All right. I'm going to go ahead and give this back over to you, my friend.
Thank you. Thank you.
One more time, I would like for you to please let our audience at home know where they can find you on all forms of social media so that we have them down here in the recording for forever. We're going to start with A Day Without Love.
Certainly, you can find me under A Day Without Love on Spotify, Twitter, Instagram. I also have a website, adaywithoutlove.com, where I have merch and books and all sorts of things. I also have a podcast called Dreams Not Memes. On TikTok, it's A Day Without Love Band. Also on YouTube, and stay tuned for a new album.
Cool. And a tour.
Oh, yeah.
And a tour.
And a tour. I'm going to be doing a Midwest tour in June. I'm going to be doing full US minus New England from July to August. And then I'm going to be doing a fall college New England tour. So, yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Make some noise for A Day Without Love. CJ?
Cool. You can find me on TikTok for some reason at Sedge Judge. That is CEGJEG. That's also my Twitter handle. And my Instagram handle is that, but you put a period between the CEG and the JEG because somebody has the other one. I don't know why. And you can also go onto my website is it me? Oh my God, how could you? I'll give you $20. You can also go, I am on cjhigginstheater.com, spelled with an R-E at the end, because I have a Bachelor of Arts in Theater Arts, so, you gotta use that degree somehow. And you can find my company, the Hummingbirds Theater Troupe, at hummingbirds.com, and it's Hummingbirds on all of the social media because who else is taking that name? Yeah.
And
sorry, Wyatt.
Your podcast?
All right, my podcast. My Gay Agenda podcast. That's the name. That's the website as well, and you can find us on basically everywhere that podcasts live. It's real. Bi-weekly, we interview a queer person to figure out what is on the infamous gay agenda that conservatives keep talking about. Yeah, it's a fun little premise.
Wait a minute. You're gay?
You can't do that shit again. You can't do that a second time in the same show. You gotta.
It worked though somehow. The second time, it still worked.
Did it?
I got 1 or 2 laughs. That worked. It worked.
Well, now next time we do a show together, you can't do that joke. You just have to accept the homosexual that I am, without question.
No
I know you have a really hard time doing that.
I'm not making any promises.
Fair enough.
I will make however many of the same bad jokes on my show as I want, over and over. Okay?
Fair enough. It is your show. That's
Thank
fair. I
you.
concede to you. You want to run it by me one more time? Rules of 3, is it?
I know. I gotta wait till the end.
All right. Fair enough.
I gotta wait till you mention the fact that you're gay again.
All right.
And anyway, we'll pass the mic along.
Jesus.
It's from love. It's from a loving place.
I know.
And it's because I'm gay too, right? So that's.
Wait, you're gay?
Thank you.
Got it.
Yeah.
We've got Nick and James. Make some noise.
All right, you can find our new record on Spotify or Apple Music. It's called Never Been Better. Just Google Nick Lombardo and the Decent OK. You can find us on Instagram at Decent OK Band, and YouTube channel. We have a new music video coming out. We just got
back from California doing a music video, and I'm very excited about that. So follow us, Nick Lombardo and the Decent OK, Instagram at Decent OK Band, and TikTok too, actually. Yeah, we're doing that.
I'm a little behind the times technology-wise, so I mean, if you're looking for me, I don't know, I'd carrier pigeon, maybe Pony Express might be a good way to go, but
Not USPS. I can't send it on wheels to you. I gotta use horseback.
Hey, you know.
You know what they do to those horses?
I'd rather not.
I mean, I don't know, so I'm glad you didn't ask.
Do you know what they do to those horses? I'm genuinely asking.
I really am concerned. I'd like to know what they do to those horses. It's the Pony
That's the
Express.
next prompt.
Pony Express does not still exist.
What
What do they do to the horses?
This is the next prompt is what do they do?
What do they do to the horse? You know what? Tune in next month on Song of the Month Club, where we will tell you what they do to the horses at the Pony Express. That's not gonna happen, guys. That's not gonna happen. All right, I will say though, if all of my guests could please stand up and take a bow. You have been incredible. Make some noise for our 4 amazing guests here. And for those of you at home, if you're still watching us, thank you so much for joining us. We have had such a great time. I don't know what camera I'm supposed to be looking at, so I'm just gonna split my, right here. I'm looking right here. Hello. Thank you so much for joining us. We will be back next month here at the Painted Mug Cafe. Please leave some tips, send us some money. We would really appreciate it. And we will split it amongst our guests. One more time, give it up for my incredible cast back here. And we'll see you next time on Song of the Month Club. See you, folks.
Bring the bass, bring the bass, bring the bass, bring the bass. And the home, give me, let me talk.